None of us like to get ripped off. And sometimes we're very cautious about who we have come into our home. And it's kind of funny because when we go to other places, let's say the dentist or the doctor, we're going to their place, and many of them actually have degrees and all these certificates on the wall. But when you call a home service provider to come out, what are you getting? You also may have heard in the carpet cleaning business, there might be some shysters out there. And I can say this, though, because I've been in this business helping homeowners be safe for 20 years. I brought an expert in to help me out with the subject matter today, Jim McDonough from Veterans Cleaning Solutions. Hey, Jim, how are you?
Man, I'm great. Thanks for having me, Jim.
Yeah, I'm excited about this next topic question we're going to be talking about because it concerns the welfare of our fellow neighbors. And that is, what are 3 ways nightmare carpet cleaners rip the homeowner off? And we
Okay.
know this can happen. Talk
Yep.
about
Yeah. And it's subtle.
it.
Okay. A thief is silent, aren't they? And
Yes.
so I want you to think about that as we go through silence, because at some point here, you're going to go through a process of interviewing a contractor. In this case, we're talking about carpet cleaners. And so I want you to understand the 3 ways that carpet cleaners will rip you off, and you may not even know it. And sometimes they don't mean to do it, but there's some nefarious folks that are out there, the uneducated, the uninformed, and the sometimes downright unscrupulous that will take advantage of you. And so here's 3 simple ways that carpet cleaners rip people off. Number one, they talk about the best way. This is the best way it can be done. What in reality they're not telling you is it's their only way. And so they may be doing hot water extraction, but they don't know about the other 5 ways to clean and maintain residential and commercial carpets. They may not be upholding a standard. They don't have the standards that are set by organizations. And we'll talk about this probably at some other time. But what is the Carpet and Rug Institute? What is the Institute of Inspection, Cleaning, and Restoration Certification? These are organizations that set those standards. But really, what we're looking at here is they're promising a way to clean your carpet. Okay, and that leads into the second way carpet cleaners steal from you is they'll tell you what they're going to do. And so they'll say, we're going to give you all 5 or 6 of these things, but then they don't do that. They may replace some of their carpet protectors with just water. Some pre-sprays may not even be used. The third one here is the most nefarious, I think. They don't vacuum. The number one way to clean your carpet is you got to get the dry soil out. The 3 most important things you can do for your fabrics is vacuum, vacuum, and vacuum. And so get all the dry soil out of your carpet, because every piece of sand has about 27 cutting edges on average per grain of sand. That leads to a lot of abrasion. And so we got to get all that sand, all that soil, some of those grasses and stuff that are tracked in, get those off of our surfaces, off of our floors. But when they tell you they're going to clean and they say want you to vacuum, price should reflect that. But more importantly, they're probably using a residential vacuum if they're using a vacuum at all. But the lie comes in when they say, my truck is so powerful, I don't need to vacuum. That is a straight lie. And that is a known industry lie. And so what we're talking about here is we want to make sure that when you take the stuff that comes out of your vacuum cleaner bag, the stuff that is in your air filter, if you mix water with that, what do you think you get?
Mud.
Mud and paste. How easy is that to get out of your carpet? And that's what we're talking about there. Their way, or the best way for them, most of the cases, is they're a one-trick pony. That's all they do. And so they'll make that their way. Ask about the other methods they have for cleaning. The other things that we're looking at here is when they start talking about the program, what is the process you follow? The homeowner should ask that specific question, because if they don't have a checklist or a process, it's not listed on their website, or they can't produce it at the time of the estimate, a promise without a program is a problem. And for the homeowner, that's your problem, because you may not have vetted and made sure that they knew what they're supposed to do. Please get it in writing on what the expectations are and what they should be when we're finished. That way you protect yourself. Just a little bit of advice on the 3 ways carpet cleaners rip you off.
No, I love that. Everybody, it's so important to take responsibility. Some people just refer to the professional, the so-called professional, and take what they have to say as gospel. This is true for your physician, for your financial advisor, maybe even
That's
your
right.
attorney. It's okay to go online and do some research, then question the professional.
That's
I
right.
was on YouTube and I saw that there were 5 different ways to clean carpets.
There we
Uh,
go.
are you going to do this way? Because this seemed good. And then, of course, Jim, you could say, well, you know what? We generally don't do it that way because, but then at least you can explain why you do what you do. But you got to come and educate it a little bit.
That absolutely. This is great. Let's save the best ways to clean your carpet for another conversation, because that's a great question that we should tee up. And you're absolutely right. My wife has a coffee cup that says, "Don't confuse your Google search with my nutrition degree." And I love that cup. And so she'll walk around because she gets people that are on Google that challenge her. And I'm like, "Honey, you should enjoy the challenge,
Mhm.
because this is where you get to educate people."
Yes.
And just the level of education will come out in the conversation when you ask a couple of questions of the contractor. You will test their depth and find out that they have maybe got all their training off of YouTube. They haven't looked at what the standards are for cleaning textiles when it comes to the Carpet and Rug Institute. They don't even know about their equipment and how hot water can damage a lot of things. And so asking good questions that you found on the internet to your salesperson or your technician that's there, this is a great way to find out, do you have a pro in the home or do you have someone else?
Yep. And that's exactly what you should be doing. Jim McDonough, as always, thank you so much. Veterans Cleaning Solutions. They are your cleaning solution for everything on the outside to pretty much everything on the inside of your home as well. Jim, as always, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you, sir.